Okay, week 10 recap. Let's do this. So before I get into talking about what I did this week, I'm just gonna start off by saying that my peak for this week running was 41 miles, which seems kind of crazy. If you had asked me a year ago if I thought it would be realistic to try to get a marathon PR peaking at only 41 miles, I would have said not likely. I was always under the impression that it was the more miles, the better. The more miles you get on the legs, the more you can fatigue them, the better ready they are for the marathon. However, I'm here at peak, 3 weeks to go to Boston. I'm feeling confident, I'm feeling ready. And at the end of the video, I'm gonna tell you why and why I chose this low mileage plan for this training block. So this week, Monday was a recovery day for me. I did a 40-minute ride on Zwift and then just a quick 2-mile, very slow, easy run. Then on Tuesday, I headed over to the track for 400s. It was 10 by 400 and my target was adjusted for my new marathon goal pace. So the target was a little bit quicker than I had been aiming for the last time. My target was 124 for these 400s. And I am so happy to say that this was the first track workout that I actually hit every single target. I was so excited. So the goal was 124. A couple were 124, several were 121, 122. So I was really happy that all 10 of them were either at target or just a little bit below target. That was really exciting for me. Then on Wednesday, I did a 1-hour bike workout that was on Zwift. And then on Thursday, I was just feeling tired and all I had in me was an easy swim. So I did a very slow 1,900 yards in the pool, probably one of the slowest swims I've ever done, but that was just what I needed that day, so that's what I did. Then on Friday, I did a tempo run. It was 1 mile warm up and then 8 miles at marathon pace, which was my 7:15 pace, and then a 1 mile cool down. Then on Saturday, I did another 1-hour bike workout on Zwift. And then on Sunday was the big work day. It was the final big long run of this training block. It was 22 miles at marathon goal pace plus 15. So 22 miles at 7:30. Some were a little slower, some were a little faster. Was dealing with some headwind. I also chose a hilly route. So overall, I think my pace for the whole run was like 7:33. So I'll take it. I'm happy with that. Didn't quite go exactly as planned. Kind of was off on my timing with some gels and some different things, but overall, I'm happy. I'll take it. So this was like the last big week. I still have a couple more weeks of work to put in. We have 3 weeks left, so there's still some track workouts and tempo runs. Still have work to do, but overall, I'm feeling really good about where I'm at. And based off of how these workouts have gone, I'm feeling good about the 7:15 pace going into Boston. So the reason that I chose this plan, this is the Run Less, Run Faster plan. There's a couple reasons why I chose this plan to do for this training block. The first one was I was coming off of triathlon season and I am signed up to do a full Ironman this year in September. And so last fall, as I was transitioning from triathlon training into getting ready to train for Boston, I really just didn't want to lose all of the bike fitness that I have gained over the summer and through the fall, knowing that come May, I was going to need to pick all of that back up again. And so I didn't want to just drop the bike completely. I wanted to see if there was a way that I could still incorporate biking once, maybe even twice a week into my triathlon training. So that was reason number one. Reason number two was I got injured right off the bat, like the very first week of my marathon training for Boston using the plan that I had used last year, which for a couple of reasons kind of made me question, should I do this plan again? Is this right for me? I also just had a lot of extra free time because I wasn't able to run for so long. And so I was just kind of seeking out and asking people what should I do? How can I marathon train and still bike? What would be a good plan for me? And so several people recommended the Run Less, Run Faster plan. And since I had a lot of free time, I read the book. And after I finished reading the book, I just felt like it made sense. They really researched it and made a science out of it. And so much of it just made sense and felt like it would be a good fit for me, especially in this season. And they have letter after letter of testimonials in the book of people writing and saying how this plan worked for them and it just made sense and it made them faster and it enabled them to be able to run longer because they weren't putting as much stress on the body. And that's something that's really important to me. I want to be able to run on into my 40s and 50s and 60s and for as long as possible. So if that means reducing my mileage now so that I can save my joints and my knees so that I can run longer later, I will do that. So the book, it just made sense. So much of it clicked. It also made sense that I was going to be able to keep my bike fitness up through the winter as I get ready to go back into triathlon training in the spring. And then the third reason that I chose this plan is it just seemed like cross training was really working for me. I did my first 70.3 the end of October in Wilmington, and my run time for the half Ironman, the 13.1 miles that I did, was really close to my half PR just on its own. My half PR before that was like a 1:30:02, and in the half Ironman my run was like a 1:30:30 or something like that. So I just felt like this cross training thing is really working for me. And then a couple weeks after that, I made a last minute decision to just go do a half marathon, and I ended up getting a PR and hadn't really done any other training other than what I did for the half. So I just felt like the cross training piece was really working for me. So I decided, I think there's something to this and I want to stick with this and see if this cross training piece really is gonna make a big difference for me. And so as I got ready to start running again after rehabbing and healing from my hamstring injury, I decided to give it a shot. I felt like I didn't have anything to lose and I was just gonna go for it. So a couple weeks in, I decided to run the half marathon. That was the Greenville half marathon at the end of February. And I ended up getting a PR by almost 2 minutes, which was so exciting and really just confirmation for me that this is working and I'm headed in the right direction. And as I've continued to go on through the weeks, I can see it's visible. Like the target times for my track workouts, I wasn't hitting in the beginning. I wasn't even close in the beginning. And now I'm getting them. And so just to actually be able to see the like tangible results in my times that this plan is working has just really given me a lot of confidence and made me really excited about what's ahead. So 41 miles, my peak, we'll see. The only way we'll know for sure is come April 15th, Patriots Day, Marathon Monday, we'll find out. So I hope that you'll stick around, and if you have enjoyed watching, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.